Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means...
Rummenigge! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, he's played... He's had a shot! Off the post! Looking for a big chance! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Fluminense finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Vinicius Junior. That is not getting there.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Great defending, strong and determined. Paraguay leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And it's with the keeper.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Cruyff. And he plays one. And the shot! And that's a tiny finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction...
Decent chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And he's being shifted off it. Thuram cuts it out. Schneider conjures time and space where few can. Vinicius Junior. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Di Marco. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he's decided to go for it. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Can he get it through? Well, good play on the left-hand side here. He's got away. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, that has not gone well. And the pass is intercepted. Rummenigge looking understandably energised after his goal. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And it's Schneider. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. So what can they make of this? And that pass just didn't quite work. And the counter is on. Some good work on the right flank here. He is just caressing the ball. Seedorf. And that is expertly dealt with. Cruyff quietly revving up. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well timed, excellent interception. Rijkaard. It's Vinicius Junior. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? Zanetti. Quality ball. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Messi. Some really good ball movement. Cannavaro gets it away. Vinicius Junior. Rijkaard does well not to be outdone there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Zanetti. Messi receives it in a wide position. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Paraguay are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Cambio en Paraguay. Número 11. Número 7.
Fluminense get the second half going.
Número 20. Número
Paraguay
15.
have been the team that have had the lion's share of the...
Oh, good effort! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Paraguay do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's come to nothing. Nice looking ball. And he was quick to react. Seedorf has set up one goal so far. Now it's Haaland. Fluminense needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Fluminense appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Shot a goal! Cruyff. And now the breakaway. Nicely weighted ball. Great ball, and he's in here. There's the header! Goal! Fluminense! And the comeback is complete. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Paraguay really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an He's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Quite a game this, all square again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Goes for the shot! Well, that looks a decent ball.
This is the time you need that pace.
He has found a way through. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Looking for the run. Paraguay are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Cambio en Paraguay. Número 30. Messi. Entrará al campo. Número 17.
Araujo, Hazard might just make this. Haaland, he's found a way through.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, shooting chance!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Rashford. He's picked his way through. Rashford. Deftly away. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Tonali promptly onto that, and that is that. Seedorf. Now it's Seedorf. Rijkaard gets it clear. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, he's found support out wide. Rashford. And the shot! It's hit the upright. Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
And it's Cruyff. Threads one in. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cleared away. Here comes the cross. Tries to get it clear. And the number on the board is 3. Well, that is one way to stop him. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he opts to go forward. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. They huffed and they puffed, but that will be that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Things already rolling.
The midfield.
It's Neymar! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Now it's Forlan. No, that's been intercepted. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Roberto. Chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Roberto Baggio clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Forlan. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself...
Forlan! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Araujo attempts a clearance. Paraguay are looking to go forward now. Now it's Neymar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Scholes. Vinicius Junior.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. Oh, it's come loose. Paraguay still without a single shot on target. And it's Forlan. And here's Baggio. Now, can he find a finish? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's Snyder! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Paraguay are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Paraguay have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Forlan. And he's managed to get rid. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. It's a promising position. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Schneider conjures time and space where few can. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Tries to get it clear. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Messi. Very nicely done. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Caught offside that time. Nicked it back promptly. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Ended up in no man's land. Aimed beyond the defence. Pass is just off target. It's run loose. Who's got it? Shapes to shoot! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him. And his response, absolutely clinical.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was...
Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Forlan actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. Rossi with the clearance. Neymar. Paraguay have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Seedorf. Now it's Luis Suarez. Roberto Baggio. And it's Forlan. Good running, strong and purposeful. And here's Neymar. Seedorf cuts it out. And the referee has signalled for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Paraguay sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So, into the second half. And here's Forlan. It's anyone. Oh, and one more try! And that's a good finish. Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Inter Milan cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And he's quick to snatch it back. Nicely weighted ball. Messi receives it in a wide position. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Roberto Baggio quietly revving up. Roberto Baggio. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Cannavaro does well not to be outdone there. Maldini. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Tries to pass it through. Messi! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Messi. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Buffon deals with that nice and simple. Well played, well sorted out. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Baggio showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Great defending, strong and determined. Roberto Baggio. Paraguay are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Schneider does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So we have movement on both benches. It's Neymar! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Neymar goes short. Pinches it off him. Not the most accurate pass. Paraguay are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Hazard!
Hazard really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. That's been cut out, well played. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He has found the way through. Oh, well played, he needed to get that right.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now, this could be a chance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking for options for movement. Surely he can't miss. There's the shot. And yes, it's there. And that should do it. Within sight of the finish line. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Neymar ventures forward. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Neymar. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Maradona.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
De Rossi. That's headed upfield. Chance here to counter. Stoichkov.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Stoichkov going forward. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And the number on the board is 3. Neymar running with intent. Threads one in. Knocks it out wide. Iniesta. Chance, surely! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, and that's that. Paraguay can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined.